Dum da dum dum da dum da dum dum da do 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 do. Hi guys, hello meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene on this overcast Wednesday of the 31st of 2021. No stimulus check today. However, the regular Social Security disability will be here for me on Friday, as I was able to confirm that with my bank. So I know the bank will let you know about pending transactions. It's just very frustrating because I'm like, I hope that Saul basically gets. Maybe God should strike this Saul blind and then have him try to basically come back and repent. But anyway, so that's the story with that. The money is not here for the stimulus for me. So I'm getting depressed, and I want to explain why. Because they say talking therapy works, and I know it does. I know it's not really that unusual. I know a lot of Americans are feeling the same way. I have goals I wanted to do, and it seems like every time I'm trying to get something done, I'm just basically getting sidetracked. For example, we talked about the laptop computer. That's obviously not going to be coming ordered this week. We talked about buying a mattress. That's not going to be ordered this week. I need to get some new clothes because the bleach damage has damaged a lot of my well, I did buy extra underwears, but some of my older underwears were also damaged. And so we're going to need to buy more of them, even though I bought some brand new ones. The brand new ones, to my knowledge, haven't been affected yet. But unfortunately, they don't fit quite right either because they feel like they're a little bit small in some ways and just about the right size in other ways. And so thank you, Megan. The thing is, I think the worst thing is right now for me is I know I put on weight. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not naive, but it's always every merch is always like this. It's not just a once in a while thing. It's every merch. So I get really, really depressed because I feel like, I know that the heat's gonna come and the bugs are gonna come and everything, but that's usually not a big deal. But in this case, I feel very isolated because I can't go to the soup kitchen to talk to people in person. I miss being able to travel. And now the pandemic, we're entering our fourth wave in the United States. I'm not kidding you. Or just say we're going to be entering a fourth wave. And we already are starting to enter fourth wave. So it's like this thing is just not ending. It's like it's just like an endless nightmare of, isolation, lockdowns, even if they are partially voluntary. I kind of really would like to be going out and doing more things than sitting in the house. Oh yes, don't forget the money was also going to use to go get my hair done. Now the problem is if I'm going to put money for putting my hair done, I have to make sure I can be able to get to the salon to do my hair. Okay, so if I find out that we enter another lockdown in Connecticut, that's going to mean that I can't get my hair retouched. And, it's just not a very good deal. Yeah, I understand, Megan. I get it. And so the only things to do are sleep, eat, and excrete. Oh yeah, and do YouTube. Because I don't have cable, so I don't have a satellite dish, so I have no TV to watch. Which I don't think would necessarily help me much. Because back to the matter is, if I was to sit there and watch TV all day, I think I'd probably be just as depressed anyway. Considering I would be stuck dealing with the coronavirus news channel and watching them talking about how, we're in the fourth wave and the number of people getting new cases of the new strains. I don't know. I don't want to do it. It's um, just kind of crappy. How you doing, Monica? What's not true? They changed Social Security recipients here to wait until next week and put the 400. No, they didn't. No. However, the Social Security information has for most recipients, so I thought we're going to come and get it in March 31st. We're not going to get it until possibly by April 7th. April 7th. So, well, I don't know if Netflix is going to help me either. And I say that because I don't know, the kind of stuff I like to watch anyway isn't really. I mean, I used to have a Cody box on my Raspberry Pi when I had the Goodfellas repository, so I could basically get things like BBC One, BBC Two, BBC Three, BBC Four, and I could watch British TV shows, or I could watch, like the Fox, the ABC Family Christmas shows or something like that. I haven't had that. So every time I lay in my bed to watch TV on my phone, I'm always falling asleep anyway. So it's not really like you're really doing a ton. You just sit there watching a little screen, and then something you're like a light snoring violently. So it's not really the greatest deal. Are you on the panel now, Michelle? We are. Yes. If anybody wants to come on the panel. Yeah, I know UK TV's boring. So is American TV. So, yeah, American TV ain't exactly exciting either. On Netflix, they have the Great British Baking Show. Yeah, I know. I've seen the Great British Baking Show because we had it ported over to the United States on PBS here. Right. As a pleasant wash can get your mind off. So, yeah. But what I think miss most of all is actually going out and actually doing things on my own. I think that's what I really miss doing more often than not, because you can sit in the house and you can watch TV all you want. It's really passive. But I didn't even. Here's a weird thing. I went to sleep last night. I dozed off by 10:30. I woke up at 1:21 in the morning. I was up for a few hours. Went back to bed about 4 o'clock or so, 5:30, I think. I think it was close to 4:30. Then I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning, and my brain was like, "Time to get up, time to get up." But I'm like, I don't want to. Night Court was a good show from the day. Yeah. Just get maybe Wednesday Happy Days and I'm good. Have you checked out a new online store? Hello, Chris Bliss. Welcome to the show. Yeah, so like I said, recently I was so upset yesterday. Well, maybe I didn't appear too upset. Was with the laundry. It's because Oh, I have to get new clothes anyway. I mean, I need a lot of new things in my wardrobe. My clothing is getting old and faded, and it's just without the stimulus check, I can't do crap. So I'm like waiting for it. Yeah, Megan, what's your sun sign anyway? Are you Aquarius or Pisces or? I didn't Chris Bliss. I wouldn't want to drink alcohol. I'd rather use something that would give me happy feelings, not necessarily feel drunk. Um. Oh, okay. Well, Scorpios can understand a little bit about what I'm talking about. I'm sure. Um. But it's just like I said, the hardest thing for me is usually right around March, April is when I'm at my worst, and then by the July, August, I'm starting to slowly stabilize again, and then by that time, I start to get really excited around October. Of course, I'm at my peak around December 21st. Yeah, Virgo rising. Oh, your ascendant sign is Virgo. Okay. Um. Well, technically, my ascendant sign is a Sagittarius. Maybe that's the reason why I like to travel around so much when I do. I just like to. I like to do things. I don't like to like sit around all day. That's the one reason why I never, even if I had the money to pay for the knee surgery, I wouldn't do it because I'd be stuck laying in bed for months. And I'm not that kind of person that wants to lay in bed for months. You might as well put me in an induced coma because basically, if you put me in bed for months, you might as well put me in a coma because I ain't gonna be doing crap. um, and I'm the kind of person that likes to keep moving, you know, and I do like to keep helping people too. So, well, I do have faith, but the problem is like I said, is um, it seems like ever since my knee injury on December 6th of 2019, I'm sorry, 2019, everything has been crazy. There has been no normalcy at all. Okay. The world has totally been upside down ever since my injury on December 6th. Um, well, I have faith that I'm going to get up in the morning and at least still try anyway. Um, It's just the thing I think that makes it so hard for me is oh yeah, well, I got some good news. I mentioned it last night. I'll just retouch on here. Ed is thinking about coming back to Winstead. He said he's gonna try to find out the Amtrak schedule and come back to Winstead because he wants to come back to Winstead because he misses me. So that's the good news. And he says to me, "Would you like to go get a motorhome?" I said, "Well," I said, "I was hoping to get a house. A motorhome would be fine, I guess, but I would have to still pay rent here for this apartment." Well, things were a lot worse. The good news is the number of deaths is dropping. Um, and I think that that's a good thing. Yeah, how you doing, MJ? Actually, I do have some things on my wish list. Um, I don't even know if Holy Clothing even is on Amazon's wish list. I can look, see if Holy Clothing has anything I can put on the wish list for outfits, because I do most of my clothes shopping through eBay. Um, holyclothing.com is where I buy most of my stuff. Um, Although this wasn't from Holy Clothing, this is from another company. www.holyclothing.com is where I buy a lot of my nicer dresses and stuff from. These are prepaid cards in there. Really? All right, I could try. Um, so, the good news is we know that my channel is continuing to show positive growth. At least the number of views and engagement, but the subscriber count is kind of fluctuates a little bit. Not as bad as it was for a while, but it still fluctuates around 1065 to 1064, 1065 maybe up to 1066. Um, but I'm hoping eventually we're going to hit 1080 again. We were up to 1080 at one time, but we're not up to 1080 right now. Of course, knowing me, I got the stupid phone number on the screen and I also turn the phone on, right? All right, so I'm sure she's fine, Monica. Thank you. Her bones are registering for a 10-year-old. She's only 8 and going through puberty. Yeah, the processed food and the bovine growth hormone that's in the milk would be one of the reasons. Yeah, because it affects human boys and girls likewise. And like kids don't already grow up fast enough, right? That might be possibly Leo. Well, let me go see if my tea is ready. I didn't even check my tea yet, as the water was still kind of warming up when I started. So let me go check my tea real quick, and I'll talk to you guys real quick. We're gonna go do that. So let's see if the tea is ready. Turn the water up to a higher temperature. Yeah, that helps. All right, so let me just turn it back up to where I normally leave it. Say, the water wasn't hot enough for the tea, so I. I do admit I am looking forward to seeing Ed again when he comes by. Because I haven't seen him in person for a couple of years. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. Like me, Ed has problems with his own health. So he's some of the things when you get older, your body just doesn't work as good as it used to. But anyway, the point is, with me, is when Ed comes over, it'll be nice to see him again because I haven't seen him in person in, oh my God, 4 years. I think it was 4 years. I think last time I saw him in person was 2016. Where was it? Record. What? Is it your quarter or is it? Yeah. All right. Ow. So, like I said, I hope to see Ed again soon. I can handle the crankiness, but the depression is bad in my kid. I have to literally make a fool of myself to make her smile. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of DIY videos too, and a few other things. Let's see. I'm gonna fix one thing here because this drives me nuts. This. All right, so I was her only girl out of 5, and she said she wanted to kill me at 10. No, okay. I thought of a song I could have done about the over bleaching if I wanted to. I don't remember the actual Italian song it was based on, but it's an opera song. I could just see me trying to sing with the over bleached laundry. My laundry is shot and it's gone. I have killed my laundry now. I can't fix it, it's gone. I try to keep it clean for you. My laundry is ruined, my socks are trash. My underwear is all finished and I'm really mad. So I think it was literally crack a smile. Yeah, well, I still haven't quite figured out what to do with all the damaged underwear. I bought new underwear. I have it, but it's still like, oh Lord. Every time they rip a hole, I end up throwing the pair in the garbage with the old underwear. The new underwear is still new, so it's still pretty much virgin anyway. Yeah. Yeah, please do. I mean, the donations are helpful because we know that the super chats go fine too, but I don't get them right away. Yeah, Michelle will get her next one on April 22nd. As long as she has at least $100. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I haven't, but Iceland is interesting because if it's highly seismically active, it's just. I mean, the whole country is basically sitting on a big giant fault line. Yeah, volcano YT. Yeah. I mean, that's something you got to remember. This planet, can basically wipe us out without even trying. But anyway, either way, it's just. I know. I don't even know how seismologists can even do it, or volcanologists. Of course, they don't just watch it; they get right in there. Volcanologists will go onto the site, grab some magma, bring it back to the lab, test it, check the materials in the magma. Seismologists will go through and they'll set up their seismology gear at the site of the locations. And you're talking about temperatures that are over 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit. If I told it to you in the Celsius temperature range, you probably wouldn't feel it's quite as hot when I say about 1,600 degrees Celsius. But geez, see 4,000 degrees. That's as hot as it's hotter than a campfire. Yeah, pretty much, or like pressure relief, temperature, and pressure relief valves. Basically, you can see it's the Earth's radiator caps. Basically, that's what it does. They have to keep the pressure inside the mantle and the core within reasonable levels. No, it's not the biggest. Unfortunately, it's for super volcano. It is not the biggest. There is other super volcanoes that are equal or maybe even bigger than Yellowstone. Well, let me give you a human digestion variation. Eat the wrong food and you're gonna have a volcano coming out of your butt or out of your mouth. Yeah, they did. But I don't know. I haven't looked at the seismic record. I know that they have seismographs everywhere in Yellowstone watching the caldera, but I haven't seen anything really about that lately. Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny if they had a Yellowstone volcano that didn't basically erupt magma, but erupted, I don't know, poop? um, I think that would be kind of weird. All of a sudden, you hear the world's loudest fart and the world's biggest steak. Oh, Mount Pennabuto popped another one. Must have eaten too many beans again. Yeah, 12 viewers in the morning show. That's not bad. So, anyway, who wants to join the panel? Anybody? I mean, it is open. But even so, I'm still looking forward to the fact that it's going to be the first time I've seen Ed in over 4 years. Yeah. Well, maybe we can't do much about it, but so anyway, my friend Ed is planning to come back to Connecticut in a week or two. Switch up my laundry first. Okay. Well, I checked my wash tub. I didn't smell any bleach in there. I think what it was is that some of the bleach that remained in the underwear from last time was still there, just dried out, crusty and crystals, and I think it just kind of. I need to work on my rinse cycle a little bit more, I think. Yeah. I think it'd be easier to go to Canada because at least Canada you'll be safe. Remember, the pyroclastic flows will get there. Are going south. Then it might be easier to fly all the way to Canada. Huh? It's not that bad. It's actually kind of therapeutic for me to wash laundry like that. I mean, I wouldn't disagree. A dryer sometimes would be nice. Like I said, I think I kind of under rinsed. I think that's part of the problem was. It's a simple little washing machine, which is conveniently easy to use. Because I mean, when we were temporarily misplaced into a motel or hotel when they were working on the porch in 2015, I took my washing machine with me to the motel, and the reason was so I didn't have to try to find the laundromat to wash my clothes, which was good. Even though they had a laundry room at the motel, the laundry room was out of order for the guests, and so what it meant is since I had my Wonder Wash with me I just basically sit up in the bathroom and just Started a couple of loads of laundry and hung them up on the shower rod. Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, I used to have a ringer washing machine, which I really miss. I've had a Whirlpool ringer washing machine, and I had a Maytag ringer washing machine. Both were kind of nice because I could wash the laundry and stuff like that. You know, and my ringer washing machine was big enough to easily wash comforters in it. But I couldn't put them through the ringers, but at least I could wash sheets that way. You know, just put the I have a hand crank wringer still, but it's in the storage bin. In the wash tub it goes in, which I bought brand new, but the ringer was from 1835 and it's still working. I just got to keep it greased every so often. But like I said, a tumble dryer wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't mind having one, except don't tell me about the 120 dryers. They're crap. um, if I wanted to get a dryer, I would go ahead and invest in either an or 240 dryer, or I would invest in one with a gas heater on it. Which it's funny, they don't have portable dryers that have gas heaters on them. For example, the 120 dryers, why couldn't they make one that runs on a little like a little 1 pound propane cylinder, so you can screw in like you do a camping lantern, and that way you can still get the power and benefit of a nice high heat gas dryer with the convenience of portability. Right. I don't know. Maybe the reason why they never made this, maybe because they didn't want to have to deal with the American Gas Association requirements for gas safety. I mean, be honest here. If someone's really seriously got to wash and dry clothes, they're going to either A, have an electrician wiring a 240 outlet for the thing, or they're going to have a plumber properly install a gas line for their dryer. Because most people who would want a 120 volt dryer are probably people who are apartment dwellers. Yeah, I still do dishes by hand too. Go ahead, calling on the air.
Hey, is Mike there?
No, he's not here right now. I haven't seen him all night.
I want to talk to Mike.
He's not here. I just told you that.
Can you tell him John called?
John?
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell him when I see him if I don't forget.
Thank you.
All right. Bye bye. Yeah. Well, I saw a nice little countertop dishwasher. That is on my wish list. If anybody wants to buy it, you can fill it has a tank on it, so you can fill a water tank on it, and it heats the water, and then it washes the dishes. It sits on the kitchen counter, so it's good for me considering I don't have a dishwasher. The problem is that modern dishwashers take so long to run. It's ridiculous. I ain't stunning. So it's like I said, I tried a couple portable washing machines in the past though for laundry. One of the ones that I kind of thought was kind of an interesting idea, but was kind of stupid in the end, was the Avanti washing machines with the built-in dryer function, because it didn't have a spin cycle, and it was like you go in, you run this thing that doesn't even have a water pump on it. So when you want to finally dump the water on the sucker, it's like you have to pick up the whole darn thing. Or if you had it on the counter, stick the hose in the sink. I was like, this is stupid. And the dryer on it took forever to dry anything. So, and its washing cycle wasn't any better than what I was doing by hand. And yes, I literally washed my laundry by hand too. Although for the comforters, it's easier to kind of lug them to the laundromat. How you doing, Timey Road? Maybe I might do is, since so many of my comforters get rips in them anyway, I might just go ahead and toss them and bin them after I buy some new ones. And so I can have some extra comforters and stuff. Because I want to do a total apartment makeover. Yeah, I only problem is, when's that going to happen? Well, I guess that's all we can talk about. When that happen? Well, the truth is, it all depends, because if the Democrats do manage to make this ABC Act a reality, the first question is, the ABC Act is to give everybody an initial $2,000, and then everybody would be getting $1,000 a month universal basic income for up to a year after the pandemic is over. Basically, that's what it is. It's a UBI. Okay? Like Bubba said, you realize it was intended as a way to actually get rid of paper money, right? I wouldn't be surprised. It's because of control. Look what that's happened already with the control and already the damage that's happening to our economy. Hold on a minute, let me get this blazing going here. Good morning, how you doing?
Morning.
Yeah. So anyway, what do you think about the fact is that they actually, Social Security the IRS didn't even get us people into their system until so late in time, and we're still waiting for the money.
Well, I think it was just an oversight on their part. I think they tried to do it quickly and they just forgot that one step.
According to Saul, he says he didn't care.
Huh? You didn't care?
Yeah. The Commissioner of Social Security said he didn't care because there wasn't anything in it for him.
Who's Saul?
He's the Commissioner of Social Security.
Oh, well, that's usually, he's just saying what the rich usually think. They don't care about us, little guy. Michelle, that shouldn't be no surprise to you.
Yeah, it's not. But anyway, so no, they now the Democrats say that they're going to try to pass the next stimulus with the reconciliation process, and then it turns out Schumer points out something from a 1973 congressional act, basically saying that they can amend the third stimulus bill, even though it passed, to create an option to do a fourth stimulus bill as an amendment to the third stimulus bill continuing resolution, so they can try to spend more money. And it's like, what? Why do you guys basically, like, why are you guys giving me a headache with these mind games? It's like, okay. But anyway, the point is so they're saying is that they can get more stimulus out. I just don't see how they can do it, though.
Well, we've talked about this before. They just, they like to throw money at us to kind of bribe us.
Yeah, it certainly is a little bit of bread and circuses, isn't it? So stimulus and food stamps, modern version.
It's why I never got into politics, because no matter what we say or try to accomplish, unless you've got money to throw into that, group of people, you can never get anything done. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a government for the people, but it's only for a specific group of people. I mean, that's been proven year after year.
Yeah, for the people that are the 1% or the 5%. Then where's the will to do? It's a government for those people, not the average everyday John and Jane Doe public. Them, the government really is no better than the time of Louis XVI. Honestly. I mean, if you're bourgeoisie, hey, I will help you, we'll love you, we'll give you tax breaks, whatever. If you are peasant or peon, well, sorry, you're going to be paying more per order of the king. Oh, that's just nice. Well, in the end, we got him good, didn't we? When at the time of the sacking of the Bastille. Well, that's when this one basically went out with our pitchforks and torches, and the king and the queen lost their head over it.
Hey, Charlotte.
Yeah.
I'll bow to the queen of what should we dub you, Charlotte? The queen of, well, we could pretty much say the queen of owning noodles, right, Charlotte?
Yeah.
She even had him laughing because she was coming with some good comeback.
Well, we had a good show last night, anyway, as you know.
It didn't look like you were on too much longer after I jumped off.
I forgot what time you jumped off. You came. Usually we ended about. I think we ended about 9:15 yesterday.
Yeah, I got on. I jumped off about 8:30. I got a PlayStation, and
yeah, I know.
My kid wanted me to watch her before bedtime, play her one video game, and I was like, I wasn't really interested in it, but I'm trying to be a little bit more connected to her these days. Yeah. So I was like, all right. I'll come watch you play your game.
Well, anyway, so when after the show, I'm gonna go back to bed for a little while, sleep a little longer because there ain't much else to do. I'm still gonna have to virtually work on my gut and get my weight down a bit somehow.
Michelle, did you get your dishes?
Not yet. I looked. I haven't checked today's situation.
Did you check the tracking number?
They don't have a tracking number. They didn't give me a tracking number. Nor does Lolly have a tracking number. They both don't have a tracking number. A third-party site has the tracking number.
That doesn't make no sense.
Well, it's supposed to be a gift, so maybe that's why.
Well, yeah, but still, when it comes to Amazon, when when you order something, they're usually pretty good about staying in touch with you, aren't they?
Well, they're staying in touch with me. That's not the problem. The problem is that they're not giving me the information I need to check independently.
Oh. That is a little weird. Maybe because of COVID or something. Who knows?
No, because it's supposed to be a gift. But then the gift giver doesn't even have my tracking number because, again, apparently they're trying to keep my address and name confidential from the shipper. Thus the third-party setup, which I think is kind of stupid, but oh well.
A little bit. Well, it's a gift, so, you won't be out of any money, but let's just hope it arrives.
Yeah.
It'll come the same time your stimulus does, right? You get them all at
The
once.
stimulus should be coming, they said, by the 7th of April.
What are you doing for Easter, Michelle? Do you do anything for Easter?
No. When
don't
is
have a dinner or
Easter?
anything?
Is that this week coming up?
Yeah, Sunday, I think. Not I think, but Sunday.
Well, I know that if anything I would do for Easter is after Easter is when I go to CVS and get some candies. When it's 50% off.
There you go. I'm putting together my kids.
Mm.
Well, I have my kid, and then I always buy for my nephew because he's like my kid. Though I don't know why. He never eats candy. But he's special needs, so I like to always get for him.
Maybe because he's special needs. Maybe he knows candy's not going to be good for him.
And yeah, he's more of he'll eat. You put vegetables down in front of him, he'll eat vegetables. You put candy in front of him, he doesn't really pay too much mind to it.
Well, for some parents, that would be a dream come true.
It is a dream because I can't get my kid to eat fruits or vegetables for the life of me.
All right.
And he's always been like that, even as a baby. He would eat vegetables and fruits over candy.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing.
Last night I had some raw broccoli for dinner. Just had like half a head of broccoli for dinner.
I love broccoli though.
Yeah, it's okay. Unfortunately, it's been in the refrigerator for about a month, so it's getting kind of squishy. I was like,
No, I bought mushrooms because I eat a lot of salad, so I'll buy different vegetables to put in my salad. And I bought mushrooms, and they went bad already. And I only bought them like 3 or 4 days ago.
yeah. Well, I wonder if there's something with the way the stores are shipping and storing this stuff.
I don't know. I'm wondering if it's my fridge because my fridge seems to not take well to produce at all. So I'm wondering if the setting is too high for the refrigerating element.
Well, I put a digital thermometer in my refrigerator. Just like we have in the food service, I maintain the refrigerator at 5 degrees Celsius and the freezer at minus 10 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, I have one in mine too, but I don't think I've ever checked it. Put it in there. I don't think I've ever checked it.
Yeah. I can always set it for a little colder on the knob inside. If you think it's not cold enough. And that was really good for the thermometers until the cheap Chinesium things died on me. Then I have to get new ones. Which is probably what I'm going to do. Because what I did was, just like in the food service, I had the thermometer sitting outside of the refrigerator with the little probe sitting inside the freezer in the refrigerator section. So I could watch the temperatures in real time. And that way I could actually log the temperatures every day to see what the temperatures were. Hi, Andrew Scott. How you doing? You want to join the panel today? It's morning. It's our 3-ish your time.
I always buy too much Easter stuff. Hey.
Anyway, but like I said earlier, I am looking forward to seeing Ed in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for you.
Yeah, he's gonna be coming up here from Florida. He's getting
How's
tired.
he getting up here?
He's taking the train. He's taking Amtrak.
Oh, that's nice. I've never ridden on a train.
Oh, I have been on the subway in Boston, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, I've never ridden on a train, a plane. I only took a bus one time, and that was for a prom. I've never been in a taxi, nothing.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've taken buses a few times. I've been on a plane a few times. I've been on the Massachusetts Bay Transit Authority subway once. Well, actually, twice. And that was fun. I
Is he
haven't
gonna
taken
stay with you?
Amtrak yet. I wanted to go take an Amtrak. And, for example, you can travel from the brand new Penn Station in New York City to Miami, Florida. It's about a 26-hour trip with a room, a little tiny bedroom on the train for about $551 for the one-way trip.
Mm. Is he gonna stay with you, Michelle?
But
or
that's
does he
if
have
you're gonna
family?
take. But then with the train trip comes with your free meals too, so you can get free meals.
Oh, nice. Is he staying with you, or is he gonna stay with
Yeah,
family?
he's gonna be staying with me for a short time.
Unless you get married.
Yeah, I don't even know what Jimmy, my landlord, would say if I ever showed him the marriage certificate. I
It'll be
would
so
tell.
nice to meet him. How is he compared to Mike? Is he a lot more laid back than Mike, or?
Yeah, they're about the same. Mike's just younger. That's all. He's 9 years older than me. He's certainly outspoken. That's for sure.
Oh, has he ever been on your show? Well, he had to have been, right? The Schmeckel and
Yeah, he has been on my show in the past.
oh, phone call.
Go ahead, call you on the air.
Keith H. Johnson, in accordance with state and federal regulations, you are hereby being notified of a pending claim in our office. Your file number is 525
Who is this?
76.
Not me, Michelle.
I don't know.
Morning, Andrew.
Hey, Leo. How you doing?
How are you doing today, Andrew?
I'm good.
I'm doing fine. Thanks. I'm doing fine.
So, what was that a message for, Michelle? You hung up on it. I don't know.
It was a telemarketer or something. Nothing
Okay.
important.
Well, then they can leave a message in my voicemail.
I was hearing talk about candies and stuff like that, like the old time candies, you know. So I was getting excited.
nice.
So
You're getting excited.
yeah. Didn't take much for me to do that nowadays, Michelle. Leo. So.
Yeah.
I gotta get my daughter some jelly beans yet. I've got her Peeps, a chocolate bunny, and stuff like that. You know, playing the Easter bunny character.
Yeah.
What a piece of crap.
Of course, Easter. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Easter is Sunday?
Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Sunday.
I'm prepared.
What are you doing for Easter, Andrew? I know it's going to be hard probably this year.
It's not really a massive thing here, but it's all about chocolate. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's all about chocolate here too.
See, our Easter in our family has always been like another Christmas. I kid you not. We would get bikes, game systems, you know, every year. My parents always go all the way out.
You would think with Easter, given the fact that it's considered by many people to be the beginning of spring, you'd think you would have gotten exercise equipment and things like that.
Do you guys do hot cross buns?
Maybe outdoor sports equipment like
My mom used to make
baseball bats.
Cinnamon buns, stuff like that.
Yep.
You know.
My mom used to make hot crust buns.
Okay.
I was never
don't
like a
them.
huge
I
fan of them,
don't. Same.
but
same.
I liked them.
I'm not even sure exactly what a hot crust bun is.
It's basically like a cinnamon roll, but it doesn't have the cinnamon in it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, some of them do.
Some
Oh,
people
some of
do
them
put
do?
cinnamon in
See,
it.
I like cinnamon rolls.
Oh
I'll eat
God,
the hell out of
no.
I like cinnamon rolls, but
You don't like cinnamon
the
rolls?
glaze on
Yeah.
it gets
do
really
not like
sticky.
cinnamon at all and anything.
Oh,
Anything.
you must be evil.
I am you. It's like I remember at Christmas, I was down in Edinburgh, and they said, "Oh, would you like cinnamon and nutmeg?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And now I've found out that nutmeg and cinnamon are really not for me.
Yeah. So anyway, the thing is, for me, is what's going to happen for me is after it's after Easter. It's when I usually go down to the local
Hey, Charlotte.
pharmacy and grab the candy because it's 50% off. I like the chocolate. That's what I go for.
You have to like it, Michelle. Though.
Yeah,
Who likes jelly beans here?
not me. I'm not really into jelly beans.
I like the Starburst ones. I don't like the original ones.
The
The
Starburst ones.
are Starburst. The
Oh.
Starburst candy ones.
Yeah.
Those are good. But I don't eat a lot of candy nowadays because, for one, it hurts
No,
my
I
teeth.
don't eat
Two, I
chocolate
don't
at
need it.
all. See, my problem is crisp is potato chips, and I'm now seeing the result of that,
Oh, you're more
You
of a
would think it'd
salty
look
guy?
at him. Yeah, very much. Oh, I'm very salty.
Yeah. You're still very attractive, though.
Yeah, but I think after
Where's
maybe
Schmeckle
another
at?
2 or 3 years,
Wah-wah.
it won't happen.
Yeah. So Charlotte W says, I do that day after Valentine's Day. I didn't even think about checking Valentine's Day, but you're right.
Oh, the boxes of candy. Yeah, the
50%
$20
off,
boxes
yeah.
of candy when they go down to $5.
Sour Skittles. I don't know if I want to eat sour candy. I don't like sour candy.
I like sour candies.
The best thing to do is when you are buying stuff for people that are overseas or interstate or out of state. It's just say, okay, I bought this for you a week ago, but because of COVID, it takes a while to get to you.
Oh, so you're talking like buy them the discounted stuff?
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, besides post is expensive anyway. So you're going to be shipping chocolate internationally.
No, it's funny is my mom used to buy like leftover candy canes and stuff and save them, and we'd put them on her tree and we used them as ornaments. But did you know that if you keep candy canes for so long that they go soft?
Yes, I do.
I didn't know that until we pulled out a bag of candy canes one year to put on our tree, and they were all stuck together, and
Sure.
it was really bad. I was like, well, I think it's time for new candy canes.
Yeah.
I think after that was the time. Yeah, it would definitely be.
I got a giant candy cane stick still sitting in my drawer, my in its original wrapping of my dresser. I haven't even used it.
Those stick ones, Michelle?
Yeah, it's big thick ones. Big thick stick ones.
I like sucking on those and getting them to a sharp point.
I do not know how to.
Well, I suppose that's easy enough to do. I mean, you can either lick it to death and get it to a sharp point that way.
Hey, Monica.
Or it can be more brutal and put them on a, file them down and make them to a sharp point, make them into steaks.
Yeah, but they're always going to be sweet either way. That's the thing.
Yeah. So anyway, I was just feeling a little bit grumpy this morning because, money, the stimulus didn't come for me, and they said they won't be here in for people on Social Security until the 7th of April. By the 7th of April, and some people
Wow.
said they already received the stimulus notes in the mail that they're going to be getting their stimulus. And I was
Before,
saying to myself,
yeah,
well, hopefully
yeah.
maybe tomorrow or just today I'll have my stimulus and I can go ahead and buy the stuff I need for the house. But it didn't come, and I was like, oh man.
But those
One more
checks,
week. One more week, Michelle. You'll be good.
exactly, yeah, yeah. And all of those messages could be generic messages that just be sent out to people. So it could come anytime. Hopefully,
Mhm.
as soon as the better.
You
Yeah.
could get it tomorrow. You could get it Friday. I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah. I could get it Friday. It said by the 7th of April, and then say on the 7th of April. So, like you could hear me singing a little earlier, that song I made up impromptu there about over bleached laundry. You know, I got to get a couple new pieces of clothing because not only is some of my laundry bleach damaged, a lot of my underwear. I mean, not my underwear because I bought some new ones, but a lot of my other clothes are just getting old and threadbare. So I need to get.
I know. Mine too. I think
Just
when you
get-
reach a certain age as an adult,
Okay.
unless you're like really into clothes, you just baby your clothes and keep, because they fit, they're just right. You're comfortable with them.
Right.
You know what goes with what. I hate buying
Hey,
new clothes.
I'm
I
into
hate 'em.
thermals now.
I'm
You're
If
not
I can
really.
get the
You're
thermals
right.
at
I don't
38
really
years
like
old,
buying clothes a lot. You know, like you said, your body, the clothing eventually, stretches out to fit around your contours. So that's kind of not so bad, Musty cat's here. Yeah,
Busted.
I'm gonna put him on the camera so you can see him because he's going towards the other camera right now. Oh, he's turning a U-turn. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, run here. Come on, Rusty. Sit down. Yeah. So, anyway, I gotta push the button, cat.
hey guys, I've got some information for you.
What?
I have an
You're
interview.
getting married.
Well, that was the next best thing, but it didn't happen.
Aw.
In fact, it did happen once, but that was a long
Oh,
time
you've been
ago.
married before?
Oh yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, I didn't know that. Unfortunately. No. Don't think. You gotta always think about things that don't pan out right as a lesson. So you know what not to do the next time.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. However, having said that, I'll put this bed
That's my cat.
this to bed, and say, yeah, it worked out to a degree. It didn't work out in the end, and that was the end. But we
How
still
long were you married?
stayed friends. 7 years.
Oh, me too. How long were you together before you got
1
married?
year.
Oh, I was together for 13 years.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, I should have known that if it took me that long to get married to him, I should have married him. Because he's never gonna change. But he's not a bad guy. He just needs some help, and he's in my daughter's
None of
life.
us are
and that's
bad
what's important.
guys. Come on, Leo. We're all good guys.
Well,
I know we're not.
I think when you meet somebody, when they change so much, you know that they need to get help and they don't get it, and I think that's the problem, is that he never received any help.
Right.
I was in it for the long term, but
Hey, we are but human.
Yeah, I'm still wondering why they actually want Social Security waited so long to send the information out. Come on, Rusty, don't bite me. Don't swap me with your claws. Watch out for the microphone stand.
I had to wait the first time for my stimulus check, Michelle. I think I waited 3 months, and the only way I got it was because I had to file, claim $1 on my taxes because even when I did the non-filing thing, it didn't put me in the system.
Yeah, I
And the
could.
reason why was because
So
when
next
me and
year,
my
that's
ex were
exactly what I'm
married-
gonna do when I get all my 1099s together. Is I'll just file a return anyway.
Yeah. Well, when me and my ex were married, we did joint taxes, so I wasn't
I'm
technically
sorry,
in
I'm
the-
reading 1099. I was like thinking, how old are you?
1099. What?
No, it's just scroll up.
Andrew, you sound stoned. Are you stoned?
Yes.
You're just tired.
Um,
Are you? I'm just kidding. I was kidding.
A bit both. A bit both. What I'm going to do today is buy
That's really funny.
a takeaway meal. Just go, but we're not allowed to go into the shop. We have to wait outside. We have to pay outside because of the corona thing.
Oh yeah.
They're so strict here. Anyway.
They're not too bad now, but they were really bad here too. Which is weird because your population is nowhere near ours, right?
Well, we're 68 million.
We're about 360 million people in the United States.
Yeah. So we're like, what is that? Like 6 times the amount?
Yeah, it's like but 6 times yours. Yeah.
Stop having babies, people.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't do it. Don't do it. I know it's hard.
But we have a lot of empty spaces
Right.
between people too. So
I debated whether having a kid because this world is just, it's just not a place to bring a kid
It
up.
will
in
get
anymore.
better, Leo. It will get better.
Well,
That's one
I
thing
hope
for
so
sure.
because I fear for my daughter's future.
I don't have kids, but I fear for my own future.
Yeah, but see, you've got like 20, 30 years. My kid's got like 60, 70 years. And I'm thinking, God dang, what we're doing to the economy and everything now, my kids and her kids are going to have to pay for all of this.
Isn't new president
Well, there's a government coup.
decent?
Maybe
Easy going.
I think there
Our
might.
president?
I think there might be another American Revolution. If you ask me, what's going on?
I
I
hope
think there
not.
should be one.
I hope not. No, I would hope that wouldn't be the case because
We're about due
that's
for a
the
good
last thing we
assassination
need.
too, right? No, just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't say the president. Don't come get me. I just said a assassination.
Right.
Sure, Mr. Biden. He struggles enough with that is. Come on, get some time.
Well, we do know that I think the CVS in Winston is going to be starting to offer up the Johnson and Johnson vaccine,
Right? Yeah.
which
And
sounds
do you think
fine.
that's going to be an effective vaccine?
I'll be right back.
Well, the Johnson and Johnson is the 1 dose, so I mean, in that sense, even if it's 75% effective, remember the flu shot is only 50%. So, but because it's so new, I'm kind of questioning if it's really worth the risk at this point. I mean, maybe it might be worth it.
See, I've had the vaccine. I've had the AstraZeneca vaccine, and I had no issues with it whatsoever at all.
Well, which one you take, the Johnson Johnson?
The AstraZeneca one.
Oh, okay. Because right now the Johnson Johnson is a single dose one. And then there's then Jen Psaki of the United States White House said they're going to come out with a brand new passport just for COVID vaccination confirmation. Why? Why doesn't it just go into regular passports? Why do you need to make a whole special passport just for?
And I'll tell you why they have to, in my opinion, is because if people are that freaked out by this whole scenario, you have to have some sort of, I don't know, calmness.
People have papers now. I mean, now they have these COVID-19 vaccination cards. It's like, I mean, isn't that good enough to prove that you're vaccinated? So if you go into Britain, and go into the UK for me, and I could show the customs and say, hey, here's my vaccination card. Here's my passport from the United States. Probably would be. But the thing is I don't know. I can't afford to travel. I'd love to travel. I want to so bad to go to the UK. I can't afford it. It's just too expensive. And then with COVID-19, even if you want to travel, you can't afford it
Well,
because you'll be stuck in a little aircraft for hours on end, and you're gonna be maybe stuck next to some guy who's basically maybe harking and sneezing and coughing. You don't know if he's gonna give you some.
That could be anything, and that's what they want you to think. They want you to think, "Oh my God, he's got COVID-19." But if you're vaccinated, then what's the problem?
Yeah. Well, if I'm vaccinated, which I'm not yet, so
you should be, because if I can get it at my age, then you definitely should be.
Yeah. Well, right now I can't afford to travel, so right now, like I said, I need to get some new clothes for the house and clothes for me, and a new mattress, and oh my God, I need all kinds of new stuff. All my stuff here is old.
Oh God, is this? You're not gonna go on this water mattress again, are you?
Come as warm offers again. What do you mean by that? Just the closed captions came out kind of weird.
Because I remember the other day, you were talking about a water mattress, and when you have cats, that's the worst thing you could have.
Oh, I would never go for a water bed. No, no way. No. I got cats with claws. No, waterbed would be a disaster.
Yeah, I agree.
I just want to get a standard, regular mattress, kind of firm, I mean, not one of those memory foam ones. And that's not nothing against the memory foam ones. It's just, for me, I look at it from, okay, I have to make this mattress last for at least 10, 20, 30 years. So it's going to be a good mattress. It can't be garbage.
Because I know you get all the adverts on TV saying stuff like, this mattress will make you sleep better and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of nonsense. But they are good. They are good in terms of posture and in terms of just basically being able to sleep. Because there's nothing worse than not being able to sleep, for goodness sake.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, the thing is with the memory foam mattresses is how long do they last physically? I mean, the foam is likely to probably start to degrade after a few years.
Right. Which is true.
I had a regular non-memory foam mattress that's been in my family for about 30 years. I had it on my twin bed for a long time. And it survived fine. But the thing is, that was not memory foam. That was just basic general sponge foam.
Yeah, Charlotte was mentioning something about a foam mattress. Now, when you say foam, what do you mean by foam? Do you mean
like what a Nerf ball or like a Nerf bat or Nerf ball is made out of? That's foam. It's just like that spongy stuff.
Right.
I'm just gonna buy one of those I have a regular spring mattress, cheap one. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna buy one of those.
I can sleep in anything.
Layover. Yeah, I can too, but only because my back, I'll wake up sore. Because when
Yeah,
I first moved, I got rid of my king size bed. I was laying on the floor, and it wasn't bad.
Oh,
But
wow.
I was laying. I used my dog's orthopedic beds, kind of like as a mattress,
Yeah.
and she was fighting with me over them. I was like, I gotta get a bed. She was like, hey,
I would
and
say
I
that
think that's why she wants to lay in bed with me, because she was thinking, hey, you were laying on my bed, so I'm gonna be laying with
for
you.
those
on your
people
bed.
who
That's
really
my
want a
bed,
firm
not
mattress,
yours.
go lay on the floor sometime. I actually was doing that in the Yellow House in 2015 for, oh my God, 9 months. I was laying on the hard floor for 9 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you're a kid, you can sleep anywhere and wake up and be so recharged and not like it's like you
Oh, my
slept
God.
on
I
a
know.
cloud, The older you get,
Yeah.
forget it.
It gets more painful and more painful to
Yeah.
try to do that. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Well, sometimes for me, that's something that would be kind of fun when we have the TV on, when I had the satellite dishes, I would turn the TV show on. And sometimes I'd be just so tired, all of a sudden I'd be laying on the hard floor and fall asleep and not even give a damn while watching Deadliest Catch or something,
When you were a kid, or are you talking about as an
I'm
adult?
talking about oh my God, 8 years ago.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah, I
when
don't
did
think.
sorry,
Go.
Leo.
No, go ahead.
So when you woke up, did you feel in agony? Because I know
No,
I
no,
feel
not
that.
really. I
I'm
just
talking about now.
maybe in my tailbone area, but basically it didn't bother me any.
I think the best sleeping position for me is in a nice, comfy recliner. I like to be elevated, and I like to have my feet up.
Right.
I don't like to lay
So
flat.
maybe one of those craft-made adjustable beds might be for you.
Well, I have the base. I got rid of the mattress, but it's just so big. So then I thought, because the base comes in two pieces, and I thought, well, maybe I can just get a mattress for just one of the bases, because
Right.
but I think it's only like a twin. And there's no way I have just a twin size bed, not with two cats, a dog, and a kid that crawls in bed with me.
Right.
So it's like, I guess, maybe eventually I'll see if I can sell that and get something better for myself. But, I have pillows I can prop myself up with. That's not a big deal.
But a lot of people tend to sleep on their left or their right. So I can't sleep on my back. I can't sleep on my back. I suppose.
And
Most people
I
can't.
have to sleep on my back, but lately I have been sleeping
I
on
sleep
my
on my
side.
back. I sleep on my side. Depends how I'm feeling. Usually, I'll sleep. The daytimes I'll sleep on my back, and then all of a sudden, subconsciously, in the middle of the nap or whatever, I'll flip over to my side, and then I wake up and I see him on my side, and I'm like, oh, okay.
My kid
It's
sleeps
funny
like a
that.
bat. I kid you, she'll sleep upside down. I'm like, how do you? I could never do that.
Yeah.
It's funny you guys saying that because you start sleeping on your side, and then next thing you know, you wake up.
Yeah,
Face
Monica,
up,
I
thinking,
see your point,
look at the
Monica. But the
ceiling,
thing
what
is,
the
the
heck
mattress
that?
is already. The mattress on my bed is already about 20 years old, and the springs are starting to poke out. So why not just replace the damn thing? Because the mattress is shot. The box spring is okay, because box spring is just basically just a fairly stiff thing. It's not really a mattress.
Yeah. The only reason when those have to be replaced is if you break a board, or eventually the netting and stuff underneath gets so bad that you're just like, it's time for a new one.
How do we break boards nowadays, guys? Come on.
What?
Nothing.
What do you mean?
What did you say, Andrew?
I'll take it back. I'll take it back.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
No, I'm saying, how do you break a mattress nowadays?
Oh, well.
Well, there's some beds.
It's
He's talking about the
Our
cross
twilight
members.
years,
He's talking about the
guys, come on.
wooden cross members on some beds.
Yeah,
Well,
how they sell beds now, because I had just bought one of those cheap spring mattresses.
Right.
I didn't have to get a box spring. It comes with this. It's like a metal thing. You just put your mattress on it that acts like a box spring. So I just have a mattress on top of it.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose if I just wanted to forgo the box spring completely, I could just put a piece of 4x8 plywood on top of my bed frame and then throw a mattress on top of that.
I think
Yeah.
skunk would be right.
But then I'd
here.
be so low to the floor that getting
did
in and
Skunk
out
say?
of bed would be a nightmare.
What did
Because
Skunk say? I didn't see what he said. Hold on. We need
You
a
should
caller.
need a caller, but
Call
I
up,
mean,
Skunk.
yeah, let's skunk call up.
Skunk, we need a caller. Well, right now you see no phone number on the screen, do you? No.
Oh, you took it off.
Yeah, I took it off.
Yeah, well, it's business hours too, so more than likely you'd get telemarketers and bill collectors. And
Yeah.
did you ever find Mike?
Like I was saying, my youngest.
No, I didn't see Mike.
Night.
I saw him last night, but I didn't see him today.
Oh. Yeah, kids sleep every single way. You know, they
I
just
text
go
between
lie one
everything.
way, next minute they're in some other way, next minute they're like screaming.
This is, we don't usually do phone calls in the morning show. I just haven't forgot to put the phone number up, so I figured take one call and it was for homeless Mike. And he's not here, so
How is he doing, Michelle?
how did you do? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying, how is Mike doing?
He's doing okay. Right now he's staying over a friend's house right now because I gotta try to clean the house a bit more because
Right.
he's got cigarette ashes everywhere in the table and the.
See, I would bop him in the head. Sorry, I almost said that bomb in the head. If he
Leo,
didn't respect my
language.
rules. I know, but I mean that just ticks me
It's
off
not a speed.
that he knows that she has issues with the cigarette smoke. It's warm enough where he can be going outside.
Right.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
basically told him because my landlord has problems with him that he can go outside and sleep outside now. It's not snowing anymore. Because he kind of reminds me of the grasshopper in a sense. He's always hopping around with his buddy, smoking Mary Jane and everything. Well, fine. I don't mind Mary Jane smoke that much, but cigarette smoke is out. No. I can't stand cigarette smoke. I really can't.
Yeah, and he should respect that, especially since you took him in
Yeah.
and he
100%.
wasn't paying you no money.
Mhm.
And that's
Well, he said he does want to pay me something when he gets his stimulus. So
yeah, but I mean, in the meantime, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess I look at it differently. If someone took me in like that, I would like completely respect everything about their house rules.
What they're doing, yeah. And what the
And
rules are.
especially, I mean, even if someone said, "Oh, it's okay to smoke in my house," and if they had an issue with it, I would make sure I wouldn't be smoking in their house.
Yeah, because I mean,
How hard is it though for somebody just to go outside and cigarette? That's
Right.
it.
I mean, it's not cold anymore. I mean, now it's
No,
like light jacket
so-
weather.
right, it's not that cold
It's
now.
even easier to go.
Mild even.
And he's a young guy. I mean, it's not like he has problems getting up and down the stairs.
And then he throws all the cigarette butts all over my coffee table.
Yeah. So
And
me and him would be having some go arounds.
I mean,
Sounds like-
seriously, he has a closet for his stuff, and there's no reason why he needs to leave his sleeping bags all over my couch and everything else. So when Ed comes back here, Ed's gonna need the couch. So I don't know how homeless Mike is gonna react when Ed shows up and starts sleeping on the couch.
See, Michelle, I think if Mike gave you a regular sort of payment, I know it's not easy nowadays, but it wouldn't be so bad. But how much is he going to give you from the stimulus? That's That's the question.
I guess the question is he supposed to be getting, let's see, $3,200 according to H&R Block?
Wow, that's quite a lot.
But then you have to subtract the 67 filing fee.
Which is nothing.
Really, compared to $3,200 is nothing.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, the thing is that, of course, like I said, like the grasshopper, he's probably going to go crazy spending it on himself for his fun stuff. And then, of course, when the bills come due, he's going to probably give me an excuse like Blimpy there. I'll pay you Tuesday for the hamburger today. No, you're not paying me Tuesday for hamburger today. You're paying me, you're getting your hamburger when I get paid on Tuesday.
Right. Well, I hope if he doesn't come through, Michelle, and at least give you something for, being able to stay there and everything, the next time he needs a place to live, I hope you remember that, or a place to stay.
Yeah. He knows.
Remember
I know
that and be like, nah, I'm sorry, but you took advantage of me and I don't appreciate it.
Has he been in this situation before?
I don't think he's going to try to take advantage of me, but the thing is that I really would like to see him get his own life together and not have to depend on other people to sleep on their couch, And I told him this. I said, look, when you get this money, if you're smart, you invest it and get yourself an apartment. And then you get into the Department of Social Services. You go apply for, low income assistance, and then you can help get your rate offset. This will cover your first month's insecurity, and this would be good for you. And I get the impression from him that he really doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to be on the entitlement system, which I understand that, but
give him confidence. And the more times that he does something that's good, it would give him increased confidence to not do what he's doing just now.
yeah,
I think. I know it's not easy.
Yeah, I know it's not easy for him, but I mean, I do think he feels a little more empowered now than before, because before he didn't even care if he even cleaned his clothes. So I think he's doing better now, but the thing is, he comes, he lays on my couch, he sleeps for 0 hours a day. Well, then I have too, so I guess it's no different.
At least you're doing something.
Or always have a police or do something.
At least you're doing something. I hate this thing because it changes some of the words I say.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, the closed captioning.
Yeah, the closed captioning. Yeah. Turn it on. You might be surprised what it says.
Let me see. How do I do that?
Just click on where it says turn on captions.
That would make it so much worse.
He needs to go buy a smokeless ashtray. He needs to go buy some Nicorette and quit the cigarettes completely for his health.
I don't think so. I mean, I smoke, but I don't smoke inside.
But I suspect that you'll at least put your cigarette butts and ashes in the proper receptacle and not just drop it on a person's table.
Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. God, no.
That's what he does. He just drops them on my table. The next thing you know, I got a pile of dirty gray ashes sitting on my coffee table.
Leo, do you smoke?
I don't. I just don't. I don't know. My father and my mother were smokers for a long time until my dad got cancer, and then my mom finally gave it up too, and that was nice because now finally, like going to my parents' house, I can breathe. But I do not like going into people's house who are smokers because it irritates my nostrils so bad. Honestly, I don't like going into people's houses at all because, number one, not because of cigarette smoke specifically, but because I realize it's not my domicile, it's not my domain. So it's like I feel like
different if it's your own home.
Yeah. I mean, my layout of my home may not be comfortable to some people, but for me, it works. If it is a little bit weird, the setup. But anyway, the point is now with the stimulus, they want to come up with a fourth stimulus. And as I said earlier this morning, Chuck Schumer said that according to the 1974 Congressional Act, that they can kind of amend a stimulus bill with a stimulus add-on, so they don't have to come up with a new stimulus. That's fine, Mr. Schumer, except one thing. Who's going to pay for it?
We're all going to have to pay for it, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the UK would be a better place for me if I can manage to get over there and get a work visa, or do you think I'd be better off staying here?
God, Michelle, that's a question. No, because we're all going to have to pay massive amount of taxes, pay back all these this money that we've been lent out or thrown at.
A good home, comfortable home. Say what, Monica? A good home or comfortable home. We're not expecting it, and not putting hands on your coffee table. Yeah, well, I don't know. I think he just got to go. I mean, that's not because I'm mean or anything, but seriously, he keeps wanting to bring more crap in my house, and I really don't want him to bring any more stuff in here. He doesn't live here, but he thinks he can live here. But he can't live here because my landlord told me he can't live here, or I'm not going to be living here. So
but that's the thing. He's going to be thinking that's his home as well. And eventually, after time goes on, he's going to think that's his home as well.
Well, the thing is like I said, the problem is I don't have any way to negotiate with the landlord. Sure, maybe if homeless Mike was guaranteed that he could pay the landlords like $200 a month, he might go for it because I know my landlord loves money. So if homeless Mike shows the landlord and says, "Hey, look, here's $200 a month to stay here, plus the $800 from Michelle. That's $1,000." My landlord probably would go say yes, but now we got a problem because now Ed's coming back. So how am I going to have? I can't have two guys in my apartment. That's going to be too much.
Well, if maybe not, if they're paying you good money, but where are they getting the money from?
Well, Ed gets money from disability like I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ed has disability income. Okay, me and Ed known each other for years. We have been together for a long time, so almost 25, 26 years. Okay,
and that's the thing as well. Personal things come into it as well, so it's not as easier said than done. You can't just chuck somebody out, just say, right, on your way type of thing. It's not that easy.
Yeah. I'm not even talking about the legal applications. I'm just talking about the fact that I just don't have the heart to be mean to people. But the fact of the matter is like I can't, figure out how I would put two guys up in the same apartment that only has one couch. And plus my bed frame, my mattress just gets springs starting to poke up. and I don't think
Just
I
get
would want to
2
sleep on
mattresses
that.
and you'll be fine.
I think it's just, I just think it's not feasible to bring two guys into the same apartment together.
Right.
And the landlord doesn't
No,
want either.
especially
And my landlord
especially
doesn't want either guy there. So it doesn't matter which
Right.
guy is there. He doesn't want either one there. So part of me says, well, maybe it's time to get ready to move on, because sooner or later, like as I said originally, Ed proposed to me. I turned him down at the time. He's still kind of interested in it. But I personally if we're gonna do that, let's go get our own house, and I don't have to worry about no landlord telling me how many people can sleep on my floor.
Yep.
And we can get a nice 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom house in the state that's gonna be, good location for me and him. Maybe preferably a single story home. Because me and Ed are both older people with, infirmities. I think it would be nice to have a single floor house instead of having, what they call ranch house, or maybe even a split ranch, raised ranch, because it would still be better than the way it is now, where I have to go up 3 flights of stairs, down 3 flights of stairs. There'll be one level or maybe half a level to get around.
Couldn't you get one of those apartments that would have stair lifts or something like that?
Honestly, Monica, I can't tell you what the market rent is for my apartment. I can tell you a good idea from what I've seen. It's a single bedroom apartment. It has heat and hot water included in the rent, along with garbage and sewer. I'm paying $800 a month, but I don't see any information on too many apartments that have heat and hot water included in the rent. They're single bedrooms. So I want to say he's charging right now the fair market value of $800 a month. Because most of the apartments in my area do not have heat and hot water included.
See, that's insane to me. I mean, if you are on welfare, disability, whatever you're gonna call it,
Yeah.
you need to have those things included.
see in America though, you gotta apply for everything.
You got to apply for everything.
Yeah, so if you want assistance in anything, you gotta go through this whole rigmarole of paperwork, casework. I mean, it's just they make it almost impossible for people, to get these programs because they want you to jump through all these hoops. And a lot of times when you're an indigent or like the elderly, you get confused.
Right.
Right.
And even if you do manage to find a landlord that has heat and hot water included in the rent's going to be more expensive. Sure, you can go into your estates there if you want, what we call housing projects, and that pays like a portion of your rent. You pay a portion of whatever the rent would be listed for. So, like, say for my case, it'd be like I pay 10% of my rent, which means I'd be paying like $80 a month, which usually would have heat and hot water included. But the problem is then they're very strict about the number of occupants in your apartment. It's not like you can go out there and have two guys sleep on your couch.
We could always say
You want to do that, you're going to have to rent your own house or buy your own house.
You could always turn around and say there's nobody else there in the apartment. I know it sounds nighty and stuff like that, but it works. It works. And sometimes that's what you have to do. And we have to do that many times here.
Yeah, people
Just
come
to
in at
make
night
things
quietly when the
fun.
landlord's not here. Yeah, I would do that. But the thing is, my landlord's not stupid. He knows. He's an Aries,
Right.
okay? I'm sure he's done something similar with his own wife. And
Of
both
course.
him and his wife are having extramarital affairs right now. So
All right. Okay.
that's kind of weird to think about. He's screwing around with another woman and she's screwing around with another guy at the same time, and they both know it. And they're not doing anything about it.
Oh, the good old days.
So it's just kind of weird to think about. Commenting, considering you would pay fees if you comply with the housing authority to get the subsidy. Yeah, but if I had gotten back my Section 8 subsidy, then I would have been to deal with the housing authority basically screaming at me for having had or homeless Mike here. Because they're really strict about that. I mean, they're like one apartment per person. Of course, if I had a marriage certificate with Ed, then they would probably say, well, he is married to her, so theoretically they're a husband and wife, so they could stay together. But homeless Mike is not married to me unless I want to adopt him as a son. He would be about an age of my son if I had a son. He would be about my son's age. So maybe I could adopt him as an adult. I wonder what he would think about that one. I've been thinking about that one, adopting him in. What would that do? Considering he pay less if he had complied with housing to get the subsidy. Hi, is that another income-based rental? Oh, I would, but I want to buy. I want to buy a house. I don't want to rent. I already talked about this a couple of months ago, or about a month ago. I want to buy a house. Me and Ed's combined income, we could do it. We could buy a house, especially if they do decide to do what they're proposing in the ABC Act and for stimulus. Then yes, I could easily combine with my Social Security. Because they would increase the Social Security too. So instead of getting $1,334 a month, it's going to go up to $1,534 a month, plus the $1,000 a month is $2,534 a month if it passes as proposed. So yeah, I could go to a loan officer at a bank and say, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a house for me? I got about $2,500 here." That's just for the down payment, sir. I can give you more. What the officer would say. I mean, I get a credit score. 631. Get out of my office. You suck. Yeah, well, that's reality. What do you think, though, Leo? Do you think getting a house is possible for the income of about $2,500 a month? That's just me. I don't know with Ed, but what do you think? Dum da dum 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 dum. Oh yeah, sorry, that's right. It's been years. Because I really don't want to deal with the entitlement system. I just want to get out of this thing. I want to finally have a house of my own. A place where I can, do what I want to do. You want a swimming pool in the backyard? Well, it depends of what the ordinances say, but they might say fine for above ground. You basically want to have a quiet garden party in the daytime. That's okay, as long as it's not COVID-19. You want to have a dog? Sure, why not? That'd be what I want to do. Well, right now, guys, it's getting quite a late already. Basically, Blazing Leo's obviously gun on the side.
I'm sorry, I'm here. I was just kind of
Thinking, yeah,
dealing.
listening.
Well, no, I was dealing with somebody.
So, what do you think about the idea of getting a house, though? Do you think that's worth it?
I think that you're in your 50s, and if you can afford it, I'd say go for it. I think it would be a good investment for you. I think since you've never owned a home or anything, I think you should do it as long as you can afford it and don't get yourself into a situation that is going to put you underwater, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I know that for me, and me and Ed combined income, he wants to get a motorhome. Again, I don't have a problem with the motorhome thing. It's just it would be nice to have a place to come back home to after you travel for a few months. The only thing is I don't know how I would put Westy in a motorhome. I don't think he would be comfortable riding in a house that's moving on wheels. No, I definitely would put an RFID tag in him because, yeah, RFID tag in a cat would make sense. No, hell, man, let's put an RFID tag in me too, in case I ever die or something. Then they'll be able to find me.
Yeah.
But because I know that Ed, like me, he's got physical disabilities too, so he's challenged physically and emotionally. I mean, theoretically, if I really wanted to, I bet we could adopt homeless Mike as a son. I don't know what the adoption.
I don't think including Mike in your future endeavors is going to be a wise decision because he's such a young guy. If he meets a girl, he's getting on his feet, hopefully. I think this is just a temporary thing.
Well, like I said, adopt him like a son. I didn't say adopt him like a girlfriend.
No, but that's what I mean. I mean, don't like include him in any of your like major plans, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because he could leave you high and dry, and to lock him into something like that wouldn't be fair to him either. Because, like I said,
exactly. I mean, besides that, the thing is, I've known Ed for 25 years. I mean,
I think Ed is a better bet.
He's 9 years my senior, but he's still, pretty good guy. I mean, sure, he struggles, just like we all do. And like me, he kind of wants to settle down. But he was saying is I still would like to open up a drive-in movie theater and travel the country. I'm like, yeah, I wanted to do that too, because I've never seen a lot of the United States. We talked about a couple ideas for projects. I don't know. It's interesting thought. Travel the United States, see the USA and your Chevrolet, right? Yeah, okay. Well, whoever makes your motorhome, right? Classic motorhome. So, I mean, that'd be nice to be able to go places, But I still would like to have a place at least I could call home, so that when we're done traveling, we can come back to. And I don't think that's going to happen with this landlord because my landlord's getting up there in years too. He's getting infirm himself, and I don't know how much longer this guy is going to be running this place before he passes on.
Yeah.
And I mean, we could wake up and get a message from the probate court saying, well, I'm sorry, tenants, but it's time to go. Jimmy has passed away. Now it's up to this estate, and guess what? The estate has decided to liquidate the asset, and you're sitting in it. And then I'd be like, oh, shoot. Then we have to move. We don't get a security deposit back either. I mean, sure, maybe they would give us something in that case for an exit, money. But I was kind of hoping Jimmy would actually sell me the place, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think you would. I don't think that place is worth it either, though, Michelle. because you said it needs a lot of updating.
Yeah, there's also has a listed
then
value of
again, you could
$350,000.
Oh wow.
I mean, first of all, the problem is it would be a good turnkey rental business for somebody, but that's maybe a younger person that's active
Right.
and spiry and
Somebody can do like the maintenance and stuff.
right. That's not me. First of all, I'm 53. So if I was to try to get this place, I would have to hire somebody else to do a lot of the grunt work. And then I would
Right.
basically have to make sure that they're not trying to cut corners when I don't want them to. So it's easy if I could just find a home of my dreams that's, I can do it on my own time. So, like, if I want to do certain things, like I mentioned before, I'd like to be able to install, British outlets in my home and stuff. And, well, yeah, I could do that. But you can't do it to a rental. That totally piss off everybody. What? You mean my hairdryer won't plug in this wall? Kind of reminds me of Italian Vacation. You're not going to try to plug this American appliance in that outlet, are you? Watch me! All of a sudden your hairdryer bursts into flames, right? Okay, that's real good. Oh, dear.
When we get census, see, they kept sending me a census when my mom was like in the final stages of her life.
Yeah.
I just kept throwing it away. I was like, I don't got time for this, right? So they showed up at my door.
All right, so they showed up at your door and you told them, I'm sorry, but my mom is dead. Here, you want to see the death certificate? I don't know what they would say then. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the Census Bureau. Charlotte, oh crap. I've never been called to jury duty. Where's that? I did my census and then got summoned for jury duty. Okay. We get fined if you don't do it. Yeah. Well, actually, in my case, because I am disabled, I was able to get out of jury duty, but I really kind of wanted to do it. But the problem was I didn't have a car to guarantee I could show up at the court anytime that they needed to call the jury together. So it was like, no, I'm going to pass because I do have a valid excuse. So I did, but part of me kind of wonders how I would have done as a juror anyway.
Yeah. I wouldn't have minded doing jury duty, but when I went there, I wasn't picked. So I was like, well, damn.
Oh, you mean it's like a contest? You kind of.
Well, you go there and listen to like the opening case of what the case is about, and the lawyers, if they want to like question you or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you'll sit like in the jury box and whatever during like pre-trial stuff, and then the lawyers are the ones who ultimately decide if they want you on that case.
Yeah. And then, of course, even if you're on the case, they might decide, well, we're going to have, they could be calling them the continuances, whatever time is good for them, not necessarily what's good for you. So if you have to bend on mass transit like buses, you might not be able to make it in because of that one reason, because the buses may not be running when they want you to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, the second time I got called, I had just had back surgery and stuff, so I was like, I can't do jury duty. I couldn't sit there.
So in your case, you had a valid excuse like I did.
Yeah.
Sorry, not.
I wouldn't have minded, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, like I said, the thing is that I don't know what the future is going to hold for me, but I do know one thing is that, like one tarot card reading said, this is for the second week of April. It says it's time for you to move on, move ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I kind of agree. if Ed and I do decide that it'd be better to travel the country, I guess it would make sense. I just don't know how Rusty would feel being stuck in a small 25-foot or 20-foot Class C motorhome.
He'd adapt.
He would
As long as
adapt.
he has places to lay and he gets his lovin's and he's fed, he'd be fine.
Yeah, well, either way, the problem is Ed, like homeless Mike, is a little messy and not exactly the most cleanest guy in the world. But I've known that for years, so. But with the case of homeless Mike, it's a little more frustrating because here's this young man who really has a list of excuses not to keep the house clean. He tries. They both try. The problem is that their idea of cleaning is not my idea of cleaning. Here, let me shove this dirty blanket back in the closet. Excuse me, that's not cleaning, guys. First of all, you should take that dirty blanket and put it in the wash. Never mind just shoving it back in the closet. Nah, it takes too long.
He's a man.
Yeah.
A lot of men are like that. But okay, Michelle, I'm gonna jump off. I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish up my laundry here. And
All
I'll see
right,
you
guys.
tonight.
I'm going to get ready to wrap it up, too. So
Bye, chat.
So
See you later.
So let me just wrap it up for the chat here, guys. Thanks, Leo, for coming. Yeah, I just I'm interested to see maybe Monica. I don't know. It's a process of eliminating any biased jurors. I know Redneck Fanatic does it with his cat. Oh, I know people do. I don't know. Rusty never traveled in a moving vehicle like that before, and Fame was a little more chill about it, but Rusty was definitely not chill about riding. Just riding from my apartment to Patty's house, Rusty was basically throwing a fit. So, and obviously, I would have to make sure I have copies of all his immunization records and everything, and for all the different states that we got to go through. So, it's something to think about for the future. All right, guys, I'll see you tonight at 7:00 Eastern Time. Please don't forget to share this video with your friends, your family, your enemies, your frenemies, your friends, whatever. Let them see what the show's like. Don't forget to ask them to subscribe and click the bell. Ding, 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 so they can get notifications. That would help us so much, because if there's any notifications that come up like it was on Monday when I wasn't actually here. Oh yes, don't forget next Thursday. This is next Thursday, not this Thursday. I have to go shopping with Krista, so I'm going to be late on that Thursday, which is on the 8th of April. And I also have a telemed appointment with my doctor on the 17th. So Krista and me are going shopping about 9:00 on the 8th of April. And then I have an appointment with Dr. Lemmy Baum, a medical physician, on the 17th. That will be a telemed appointment. So I may be late. I got to double check the time of the appointment. So no guarantee on the 17th what time the show will start. I'll double check the time. And please do leave likes. And I'll see you guys tonight at 7:00, okay? Yeah, definitely do that, guys. All right. So let's go get going. Yep, let's get going here. Come on, close that window. All right, guys. So see you tonight at 7:00. I might just take a little nap again, just because I was kind of a little cranky, tired this morning. That's another story. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.